How to choose a tennis racket. Beginner's tips. In order to play the best game that you can, you must have the right equipment. Naturally, your racket is the most important piece of equipment of tennis which you will never buy. Rackets of tennis are divided into three principal categories. Rackets of power, which is adapted with the beginners and the average intermediaries. Rackets to tweener, which is adapted for the intermediary to the advances players. Rackets of order, faxed particularly for advances players. For those which are new with the play of tennis, or only the play periodically, a racket of power is the best. With conceived to adapt to those with weaker and shorter races, devices of racket of power a larger head, which creates a larger striking spot, which gives to the racket more power. A heavier head, or balances it, gives also to these rackets more maneuverability, facilitating it for those with little formation to play a decent form of right-hand side of play the beginning. The rackets of tweener are lighter, and can comprise larger or smaller head, according to the selected type of racket. These rackets is usually longer than the racket of power, which offers more order and of power, particularly to handle ground strokes. Those with more formation and of experiment on the court can find a racket of order to offer the majority of order and additional precision. Although they do not comprise the same quantity of power that their counterparts, usually order principal sizes of device of rackets of smaller and the heavier weights. By choosing it of racket of important tennis to also check their weight balance, the size, and the length in order to choose frame the correct one for your size of body, and to play of the capacities. Check with your instructor or salesman qualified to see which size is the best for your size, weight, and of the capacities of play. Just as the case by choosing a racket of adult, children must be equipped with the correct model and size in order to play correctly. While choosing a racket tennis for you the tennis of budding pro, follow these important ends of purchases. The children 5 years or more young people and or 3 feet 11 inches or more courts need a racket classified junior comprising a reinforcement between 19 and 21 inches. The ages of children 5 and 6 and or 3 feet 11 inches need a light racket of 7 ounces and a principal size of 91 squares in. The size of handle should run approximately 3 3/4 inch. Children 6 to 8 and or 3 feet 11 inches with 4 feet 6 inches should employ a reinforcement 23 inch. Those more than 4 feet 2 advances should gradually employ a reinforcement of 25 inches with approximately a head of 100 square inches, or more. This size is particularly good for the players juniors who can obtain near to need a racket of size of adult, but always needs the weights, balance, and the maneuverability lighter of a racket junior of tennis. -26 braces with a weight of 8 ounces is good for children 8 to 12 years and around 4 feet 6 to 5 feet the large ones. And this is all about how to choose a tennis racket. Now you just have to put these tips into practice. It's your turn.